So let's go to Tucson. 18,900 apprehended last week, set a record. The record it beat was 17,000 the prior week. Now I got Katie Hobbs' governor sending a strongly worded letter to Joe Biden, who's basically encouraging all this so he can transform America, which is Obama's original vision. And we all know Obama's calling the shots. And she says she needs more money. What is the plan? I mean, I'm just trying to figure this out. I mean, the influx of people, and they're coming in now while Biden's still there because he's encouraging them to come in. So this whole thing about border security is a joke because their policy is to get as many people in and get them to vote as they can. So how do you stop it when the administration is encouraging it?
Well, these Democrat politicians around the country, governors, mayors, they don't care about solving the problem. They're just trying to put a Band-Aid on managing the crisis right now. And like you said, all they're doing is asking for money. They are so petrified to call out this administration. Look, Mayor Adams went down to D.C. last week. He came back, with his hands in his pockets. Not only are they not going to change the policies he was advised, but he's also not going to be seeing too much more money. We're wasting billions here. We're giving hundreds of millions of dollars to these non-governmental organizations to travel these illegal immigrants around the country, put them up in hotels, and then they abandon them there and they leave them for the states and the cities to worry about. But really, the governor of Arizona should be one of the first out there and should have been out there 2.5 years ago when the policies changed. She should be standing right next to Governor Abbott and saying, this is not right. This is a threat to our community and a threat to the country. But she's not doing it. So congratulations on the strongly worded letter. But where have you been for the past 2.5 years would be my question. And why aren't you not looking out for your constituency or the rest of us in the United States who are all being impacted by this? The FBI director said it right. Every city's been turned into a border city now. And along with it come the threats from all these different places around the world.
So, Charles Marino, the DHS has been conspicuously preventing the Department of Homeland Security. They want to silence dissent on the subcommittees. And they're using a hammer to do this. I just got to ask the question. We can't even get the truth out from these people. What is their objective? I mean, if you're sitting there and you're Mayorkas and Biden, obviously this has got to be your plan because you couldn't be this incompetent and you couldn't gaslight this much. So this has got to be the plan. So what is their objective?
No, you're right. Hey, John, I actually teach a college course called The Politics of National Security. And what we look at is the intersection between politics and the politicians and our national security. And what the American people like to think and would naturally assume is that if there's ever a rub between the safety and security of the American public and politics, that the safety and security of the people is going to win out. And that's not always the case. So we're seeing here, look, Secretary Mayorkas knows this is no way to protect the homeland. I've worked with Secretary Mayorkas. He's a smart man, which tells me this is all by design. These were their political ambitions. And they're pushing the safety and security of the country to the side to push forth their political agenda. So not only do they not know better, but they're doing it anyway. And what DHS is allowing here undercuts our entire homeland security apparatus. Everything, the policies, John, the programs, the agencies tasked with protecting the homeland. It undoes all of them. If I'm the FBI director and I'm sitting next to the Secretary of DHS in a congressional hearing during a commercial break, I'm saying, what are you doing to me here? You're killing us. Every 10 steps we take forward, you're causing us to take 20 back.